Yeah, it's dicey, but I kind of like the liquid draft. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, with that said, I think TSM have like a classic draft. It's safe, it's standard. We talk about ease of execution every now and then. I think as far as how you're supposed to play their draft, it's easy to understand. It jumps out to you. For Liquid, you're like they need they need Slark to pop off this game. They need this ET plus Dawnbreaker lane to shut Morphling down enough that he has to play catch up. If Morphling's playing from ahead, I think this game gets really difficult for Liquid.
Yeah, I think that feels accurate. I also actually kind of still prefer Liquid's lineup. I think having the Dispels, having the save of Insania, it's not his Oracle, granted. His Oracle is one of the best in the world that I've literally ever seen. But his ABBA, I'm sure, is going to be up there, much like the ABBA, for example, of Panda, which is I think something we maybe got to see once this group stage, but I suspect he'll break it out a little bit in playoffs and probably is keeping a keen eye here on how Insania is going to be playing this. But for now, Aphotic Shield, level 1, no surprise, especially now that it has been buffed, as they have cut the mana cost by quite a bit in these early levels.
Yeah, pretty significant. Does feel like, I mean, yeah, I think a lot of why we do like Liquid's draft is this Batrider is in for a tough game, it feels like. Like, playing against some of these heroes like Slark, ABBA just doesn't feel nice for this Batrider. The mid match, I think Tiny will do okay in the mid matchup personally. And then you've got this like insta Avatos combo that if you're not careful, you'll just get blown up on the Batrider. He doesn't have the benefit of like the save sitting behind him.
Yeah, not at least until there's like a shard on Rubik, but even then, against, like you're saying, the burst damage of a surprise Slark into Avatos, it might not even be enough to save him. It's going to be runes 2 apiece, so no first blood here, at least early on. But Tomato already taking a bit of a bruising here from Zai. I think Tomato makes it out of this one alive, but Zai with a full bracer here, starting off with very tanky, 820 HP.
He's like, where's my Warlock heal? Shadow Word, anybody? Yep, full Agi.
Any Shadow Word enjoyers? Dubu? There it is. Dubu? Thank you, friend.
Yeah. No level 1 Fatal Bonds for you, my friend. You've got to carry the heal.
Yes, you do. Very strong combo here, of course, right? With, like you're saying, full Agi. It makes these flat heals feel incredibly strong with the way that Tomato can play efficient with it. So, fairly safe lane, this feels like, to be honest. I think there's a little bit of kill threat here, but once you get Waveform up on Morphling, maybe a safety level at level 4, maybe even as early as 3 here, I don't believe Boxy and Zai should be able to connect much, if at all, onto Tomato.
Yeah. It's going to take like a misplay on the TSM side to lead to any kind of a kill. Likely, I mean, either Dubu maybe contesting a pull-out position or Tomato doing something, but looks like they're not going to play the lane in the honest way.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Liquid say, we're gonna do some shenanigans. Let's pull waves behind. No one's here to leech XP, so basically both sides are going to deny a full wave here, and that generally is going to benefit the offlane because, carries need the creeps more than the offlaners, so this is definitely good for Liquid.
Yep, I'd agree there. Well, ET, a bit of a more rare hero these days, as we see Zai getting solo XP on the second wave and denying just about everything. But other heroes we don't see too much these days. This is Slark. And here he, where is he? Where is our Slark? Here's our fishy boy. He's in the middle lane from Matumba. Oh, I was wondering where he was.
No. Oh, yeah, just didn't even somehow catch wind of that one until now. Yeah, Slark mid versus Batrider. This is something teams used to do in the past when Batrider mid was more of a thing and Slark was viable. Has a very good matchup. You kind of just farm. You can always Dark Pact off those stacks, and with a wand, like, you just kind of got unlimited mana and health regen here.
Yeah, certainly feels like it. Bryle, 2 points in the Sticky Napalm. Not sure if he saw the Dark Mago playstyle here, but certainly is replicating it for now. If he wants to go Firefly, he'll probably try and maybe go for a killer, but see, Matumba is farming very comfortably.
There's not really much you can do until maybe, like, you get a few more levels later on, and the Dark Pact cooldown does, it does give you a little window if he wants to go for a Flame Break kill where he pushes him back, like maybe level 4 with a 2-1-1 build, but it's pretty tricky. It's a pretty small window where you can get those kills.
It also feels like kind of just impossible, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, you know, sure, the biggest way you can outplay Slark is to force him to use a lot of dark packs in lane because his mana regeneration is nothing to write home about. But the only way Bryle can do that is if he gets these stacks up with Sticky Napalm out, probably to like 3 or 4. Matumba's even doing it on 1 stack now, just to continue CSing, you know, as normal. But every time you do that, of course, the stick charges add up. So Matumba, oh, he's low on mana, maybe I can go for a kill. No, it's a full wand.
Yeah, if it's actually Batrider who's like running into mana issues more than Slark is. Yeah, Slark full mana with that wand, and Batrider's going to be relying on these runes. Matu doesn't even need to go bottle here. He's just got endless mana regen.
Pretty much. Definitely enjoying this lane. I think he has popped the wand now because it was probably full or just about. Just keeping up his efficiency.
By the way, I mean, we were talking a lot about how Slark's doing well here. Look at the CS. 12 to 9s. I'm like watching this lane. I was like, yeah, he's kind of winning this lane. And I looked at the CS. I was like, wait a second, he's destroying this lane.
He's doing excellent here. Dude on bottom is being dove, and that'll be first blood for Zai. Looks like he got the spirit buff onto quite a few things. That was a plus 75 or plus 70 damage spirit. 2 points in it here with Bracer. Probably caught maybe. There's no side camps. It was just 2 heroes and maybe a slightly bigger than average wave.
The double hero, I guess, making a pretty big difference there. Volk will come back in. I mean, the first blood makes it pretty nice for Liquid, but, you know, generally dying as a support there, as long as your carry's free farming, you don't feel too terrible
dying
about.
As a core could be Saberlight, perhaps Mikke as well, who's been kicked over to the safe lane, not really wanting to lane versus the Batrider anyway. But
a lift.
A good turn here. There's a lift. Insania could not get off the Aphotic Shield. Gets it off now. Fairy Fire as well active. Seems like he's still probably going to die here. Probably even kind of wants to die, considering he's completely out of HP now and mana. Doing some decent jukes. Moon
time,
not
maybe.
falling for that one, though. Mikke with a tip saying, thank you for the space, my friend. I have now solo farm underneath my tower.
Easy solo XP and easy bottle refill, perhaps, if Brawl wants it, so... Oh, sorry, no, Brawl, I mean, he's on the dire side, so no bottle refill needed. Yeah, he's fine.
Matumba as well, no bottle to speak of. And the few times I have actually seen this Slark mid, because you end up seeing it a couple times in SA, if only because lots of teams play against Thunder there, and Thunder really likes to pick Slark mid, or sorry, likes to pick Batrider mid, and as a result, the Slark mid has come out. It does really feel like this hero, he is so fast from the mid lane, especially with the kind of start you can imagine he's getting. It's a double-edged sword, right? Yeah. Slark certainly can play probably one of the faster tempos of all the carries in the game, to be honest. He's definitely up there in my opinion. But this double is because Bryle's start is just horrendous, and Batrider really likes to get an early start as well, as a spellcaster, obviously not as a carry. So he's also gonna kind of be a little bit lower, whereas the Slark's gonna be a lot higher than where you'd normally expect him. Slark already level 6. He beats the Batrider to the punch.
That would love to get this 6-minute rune. He's hoping it spawns bottom, but rotation's coming over. Matu's trying to track him and make sure that he can't get either one, and we'll spawn down bottom, so...
Debu?
Liquid making sure that Brawl doesn't get that comeback rune.
Yeah, and Debu is in a rough spot here.
Right here.
So it's going to be the pounce. A little bit of essence on over to Matumba Man. Cannot go to the creep wave, unfortunately. I think Matumba's even going to farm this. And if he loses a little bit of HP, he doesn't care. He's got his ulti ready to go.
Yep. Yeah, level 6, he's got that constant sustain. Brawl's just playing farm mode. He leveled up Firefly, he had it level 3, even at level 5, and I think he recognizes there's nothing he can do against this Slark. So he's just forced to basically play a passive farming game.
It's a toss in place, but it's good enough for the kill. Mikke, well done here. Insania doing a phenomenal job of just kind of kiting out these heroes. Really easy to underestimate how quote-unquote tanky this Abba is with 2 points now and a Aphotic Shield and just a little bit of burst healing. But Insania, he does it here, and Saberlight, he's going to fall for it.
Batrider trying to drag a second wave here. I think this is something Brawl maybe should have considered sooner, but I like that he's resorted to this. He's got a double creep wave. He'll farm this, maybe even try to get a neutral camp as well. Sani is nearby. I think Brawl has this kill personally.
No, that feels a bit difficult. He's got a 7th skill point now, but you're just going to TP away all the way back home. Like, a little bit awkward for Saberlight, but he doesn't mind, I suppose, pushing the tower. 3 points in Retaliate now with a Vanguard. Still works against towers, so he is slowly but surely going to chip this thing down.
Yeah. Artu's mid tower took a lot of damage too. He was farming neutral camps and kind of abandoned his tower, so it actually got below half health.
That's fairly significant, actually. Oh, good call on that one.
Yeah. Just, I think a bit of greed on his side. He's like wanting to min-max his farm and doesn't have a support who could take over the lane.
Monster's rotating, but Saberlight's going to rotate into him. Okay, Monster's just dewarding. Obviously,
finding wards.
Dark back, he knows, so money for him, I think.
And 8-minute runes coming up. He wants to try and secure these, keeping away from enemy Batrider. Not a single rune that Browse had access to since these power runes have come into play.
It's been particularly brutal. Matumba looking to make the best of this Invis rune. I'm not sure if he was scouted when he picked it up, to be honest. I think Saberlight knows he probably got the power rune top, but as to which one it is, it's a little bit of a mystery.
No.
I think Bryle at least aware it could be an Invis, and well, now he's painfully aware of it. Activating Firefly here, but Matumba will give chase. He's got plenty of mana here, pops the wand early, still has a Mango as well if he needs it, and there's going to be the Stampede to get Bryle up onto the high ground. Boxy lift up as TSM have both supports. Upheaval, level 1. Boxy slowed to a crawl. That's going to get Bryle the kill.
Such a fun spell. Hands off the keyboard. Okay, I'm doing my job, says Warlock.
Cracking the knuckles, taking a look around the map as Matumba Man looking to try and crack open Bryle's head as some slight heals, assisting Bryle here as Dubu trying to bloody block, putting his life on the line. Matumba will steal his essence instead as Bryle now has the cooldowns ready to go for another Firefly, has Lasso even. They're going to drag back Matumba to the tier 1 tower, and they're going to get the kill.
Wow, that's a huge kill. A big overextension from Matu. Just too many heroes there and great body. I mean, the body blocks from Dubu were just immaculate there. Keeping the Batrider alive, and they just baited him in there. That really throws a wrench in Matu's game. Like, he was kind of starting to look like it was going to snowball out of control.
Yeah, and now Saberlight, he's taking this as a cue to not really push tower, but instead he's contesting stacks here. Stacks meant certainly for this Slark, who now has level 4 Dark Pact and his TP in. He's only lost 1 camp here, guys. Not the worst, but it is wasted time for Insania. We know Insania, this man, he loves stacking, so he's not too pleased with now his wasted efficiency.
Yeah, it's still something. It's, Centaurs didn't really want to stick around too much top, so coming in and Matu just with the 1-stack camp there, but has to come back. Once again, these power runes coming into play. Queen Moon grabbing it, but he may pay for this with his life.
Yeah, looks like it. And the heal not going to be nearly enough out from the Warlock to keep him sustained, but they do at least find, or deny, I should rather say, the DD away from Matumba. Liquid also, as a result, don't end up stacking. So, again, just some slight wasted efficiency. They didn't even clear the camp, so just 2 Shard Golems having a little Shard Golem conversation to each other. Maybe talking about how much they hate the chiropractor or something like that.
It's the staring contest
Staring
almost.
contest, yes.
But, all of that was going on. Batrider farmed a big fat stack of Ancients, so he's suddenly got boots of travel and a bit of money on top of that. So Bryle is kind of just doing greedy Batrider things. We'll be looking more for this, like, mid-game BKB type timing. Not sure Blink Dagger is something you really want to consider too early on. There's not really any big plays you can make with a Blink, so it does seem like TSM are going to play this very slow and farmy. Like, they're the ones with the Morph Blade. The pressure's on Liquid more to make some moves with this Blink Dagger that Tiny now has. He's smoked up bottom, and this would be a huge kill to get.
Yep, the Blink reveal on Tomato. The heals as well coming through, but he actually gets off the... Unbelievable, he got off the shift. It's only level 3 shift as well, nearly now out of strength to shift into, but with 1,000 HP. Bryle as well, he's just here preempting the tank, or the gank is now, speaking of the tank, dragged all the way back. So much move speed right now on Bryle that he's going to lose as Tomato is going to get the kill. Stomp though, but Zai does not have the point in the ultimate, so he can't look to secure the kill. And that's going to be that Blink reveal turned on its head here.
Yep. And Tomato just goes full Agi, has a Morbid Mask. He's got maybe another heal from Dubu, so he can actually stick around this lane. Other than the mana problem, he's going to be fully healthy. So honestly, just great reaction. This unfortunately, it was daytime, so once that he kind of revealed himself, he just started morphing strength the second Tiny came into his vision. And managed to get it off before the Blink stun hit him. So very costly for Liquid, who are really, I think, relying on this Blink Tiny to be this kind of big tempo controller for them. They want this Slark to keep farming up towards his Diffusal, but they need the Tiny to kind of control the game before that item comes online.
I'm kind of curious because I expected the Slark when it was picked to be laned into Centaur, specifically for the purpose of kind of slowing the tempo of Centaur. He's still approaching a fairly respectable blink timing, looking towards the first items that TSM really need to enable their gameplay. Saberlight 500 gold away from it now. The Batrider somewhat recovering, especially after getting the kill mid lane, and is going for BKB.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering, like, at what stage was it maybe not worth sending this Slark mid? I suppose the Tiny being enabled is certainly something it's paid off with.
Yeah. I think given how hard Matu won that lane, I think it was totally justified. It was one of those things I didn't expect it when I saw him, like, okay, I'm not sure if this, I was the same as you. I'm like, I kind of rather see Slark safe lane, but then Matu, like, had so many denies and last hits on this Bat Rider that I was like, okay, this is actually looks good. But it's kind of clunky for Tiny because now you're trying to, you're a safe laner. You kind of got to get it out of your head. Like, I'm not the safe laner. I'm still a mid laner, even though I lane. Like, he needs to play like this active mid laner now with this play.
So smoke play coming top. Boxes just placed a ward here, but of course Bryle is going to be allowed to bypass it. Moxie, game sense is up here. He knows something's awry. Heading behind the tower is Haster inactive. I'm just not sure if he's going to be able to outrun this one, completely honest. Trying to TP away, trying to force maybe a skill point to be used with Saberlight nearby with the hoof stomp. Boxy doing what he can here, but ultimately will perish.
The Bat Rider making these smoke moves, and for a Liquid, they're going to start thinking about their own moves soon. Matu has finished this Diffusal, so this is a pretty annoying item, particularly for the Morphling. He doesn't really want to be in those right-click fights with the Slark at this stage.
Oh, rock bottom dropped. It's dispelled pretty quickly, though, if not by Matumba, certainly by Insania. And they're going to stop Dubu from channeling the most OP spell in the game, Upheaval. They are going to get, however, a lasso. I think that was onto Zai. Didn't last too long. Didn't get a kill either. Stampede now from Saberlight as he's joined the fight. They've gotten through Bryle, however, making with the kill credit there. And now Saberlight's going to die underneath his tier 1 tower as Matumba jumps forward, lands the pounce, connects the kill. A big team fight win there from Liquid with ultis used by TSM.
Yeah, they rotated everyone except Morphling. They used all their ultis, but Liquid just had too much sustain. The initial Warlock Rock was like a 2v4 at the start, so they kind of healed off and shielded off all the initial damage and the fatal bonds. So there wasn't really any damage output coming out. And that fight there, like, really is like the strength of the Abaddon as well as the Dawnbreaker with the heals they brought to the table.
Definitely. Yep. Tomato just not really quite ready to join in these fights yet, understandably, on the Morphling. Has some self-sustain on Morbid Mask, which is a little bit weaker these days versus farming creeps, but I suspect when he can, farm efficiently, he can heal efficiently with the Morphling shift, he's not going to really feel the pain too much. First item, Eye of Scotty, though, for Tomato is the build of choice.
Okay. All in on the stats, the kiting, and I think it's fine. Looking at this game, it does seem like more of a right-click Morphling kind of game. E-Blade's just not really a build you want to go anymore after the changes. So as far as Scotty goes, I think it's just stat efficiency, and the slow itself looks pretty good. I mean, we talked about all 5 melee heroes. Like, Scotty is kind of a dream item there.
Actually, no, I think that's exactly right. Yeah, definitely. Tomato scouted now and retreating after farming up just the 1 creep wave. Not going to overextend. I also am considering whether or not he's going to end up going for the shard this game, which allows you to attribute shift while stunned. Also does increase the shift gain. Wow, by quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I could see it being useful. Like, he's probably, like every carry, no carry wants to buy a shard, you want the free shard.
That's true. That's true. Shard, that's what supports buy. Carries, we claim them from Roche.
Exactly.
And we'll see, though. It's probably very useful. I would imagine fundamentally, like, upsets this really traditional, hard counter to the Morphling, which is just blink and burst magic damage that Tiny brings. If you're going to be stunned through Avalanche, but now you can shift, it seems like it should be fairly trivial at just not dying to that combo.
Speaking of Ags-related Morphling things, the actual Scepter. That sounds pretty good against Slark. Slark finding a kill here, but stealing his Agi and his attack speed, that sounds kind of crippling to a Slark.
Yeah, Slark going for the Ags as well. Still the increased pounce. I think that's going to help him not be so kited this game, just increasing his mobility, right? Able to reach these backliners.
Yeah, always a good. I feel like it's just like a core item for any Slark build almost. At least if you want to be playing a more active game, unless you're trying to go like super late game. I think double pounce just feels so nice.
Radiant structures are
Liquid the ones kind of in control now. They build up a decent gold lead, and there's just like a damage issue, I think, on the Radiant side. They need this BKB on Batrider so we can just run into the middle of the fight. And they kind of lack that follow-up damage for any Centaur initiation.
Good D-Ward, very quick turn of the eye. Zai, by the way, has got an Ag Scepter himself. So a bit of magic immunity. I believe it's a second or so for every single hero he hits. 2 seconds for every single hero he hits, in addition to that damage that he gets on the hero buff. The thing is, the hero needs to, or sorry, the Spirit needs to return to Elder Titan. So he does not get this buff, you'll notice, until it collects. It used to be on upon recall, you would get the buff, but that has since changed a while ago.
Manu sniffs out a rotation headed his way, so he gets out of this top lane. Looks like TSM just want to play the farm game here.
I think they're going to find themselves pretty comfortable.
Nice find from Mickey.
Yeah, with the Haster.
Yep. This is a support kill.
Easy find for him. He's got the Dagger of Aristal. This one is very good. I feel like this is probably one of the most interesting and probably the strongest tier 2 neutrals that they've added.
Yeah, this is definitely a cool item. I mean, that's it. I don't think it's the best on Tiny. You already have so much damage, but it also gives 10 attack speed. So he benefits from the attack speed more so than the dagger effect itself, maybe.
Yeah, 274.
I think he's
amp it up by a little bit, but there's trouble coming his way now as Mickey and Saberlight nearby. Insania's not super far though, but he's going to be dragged away even further now thanks to the Stampede, but Mickey still looking to turn, finds the toss. BKB forced up from Bridal. Look at the damage that's coming out now, courtesy of Mickey. At least over the trees he will go, and he's going to TP up, but Mickey knows exactly where he's at. He followed the trail of fire.
The Dagger of Ristal!
Wow.
He popped it.
He did. Mid lane, Matumba Men looking to pop open Moon Meander, who is going for the immortal pub strat of just sitting there in Shadow Amulet.
Yep.
Saberlight.
Yeah, I mean, Brow just melted there. He held on his BKB for too long. Dubu's, he's in for a rough one. Saberlight tries to go, and he doesn't have ultimate here.
Tomato, he doesn't want to fight him either. He kind of thought about going on over and says, I don't know about that one, guys. I'll go farm a little bit more. But Matumba, he is ready to get ready to do some brawling here. He's got a leap charge and a half ready to go. Oh, Moon Meander has some leaps as well, as that's what he's stolen. But mid lane is where there's trouble. As there's Saberlight, gets off the hoof stomp, immediately dispelled, and one more permanent agi stack now for Matumba. He's up to 7.
Having a field day. I mean, for TSM, it's just they're playing the turtle game. They're playing the 4 Protect 1 game, hoping that this Morphling eventually gets farmed enough to kind of carry them, but it doesn't really feel like a game where Morphling's going to be able to do it all himself, particularly playing into the ET, but also just like the Morph versus Slark matchup's good from Morph, but there's Slark, if he manages to get enough right clicks on and steal a lot of these Morphling stats, it gets really difficult for the Morphling to kind of stay and hold his ground.
Especially now that you get that ball running a little bit faster now, right? I think that always used to be Slark's problems. It's in theory, a lot of these things sound really good for Slark. Just get on top of them and start stealing those stats. But when your agi gain is now even lower, 1.7 to 1.5, I believe you've said, and the way it used to work was you needed to just hit him. Now you get up to 3 on just simply finding a pounce, and he's got 2 of them. There's the first onto Saberlight, who's going to try and stampede, but he's stuck in place. Big ET ulti as well is going to split the fight. Saberlight somehow escapes. No detection on hand, even though the sentry was dropped. So Saberlight making it out for now, while Mickey is going to clear the backliner. That was Golem used as well here, actually.
He's being caught as well. Glimmer, but I got him. Yeah, Moon, he just hasn't been able to get this aphotic shield. Something I've noticed Insania's done an amazing job of is just always using Miscoil after the shield, because every time I click this Rubik, he's got Miscoil, and he wants the shield. The shield is the amazing spell, but he just can't get his hands on it.
Yeah, it's not completely game-breaking this game, at least for Liquid. I think the worst it'll do is like dispel someone from sleep, and that's about it. I think the movement speed slow on the Celestial Hammer, I think, can also be dispelled. But it's still the best spell to steal from Appa by far, right? And the fact that he's not getting it means that Insania is well aware of this, so completely agreed. TSM, by the way, on Team Motto, is going for Eye of Scotty, or sorry, he has Eye of Scotty, now fully ready to go. Plenty more stats, move speed, attack speed slow here for him against 5 melee heroes. Maybe now he starts showing up to fight here?
I think he's going to have to. I mean, no one else is dealing damage in these fights, and Brile needs to BKB TP, but there we go. He's out.
Yeah, somebody leaps right through him.
Just enough mana for that.
Mid lane. Saber, he's just farming away. Liquid might think about making a move here, especially with Zai. He's going to get a little bit of magic immunity here once the Spirit returns to him, but Saberlight's fairly tanky here. He's got bonus armor. He's not going to get chopped through that quickly.
Those eyes going for the pub build. Mask of Madness.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
Mask of Madness.
It feels so good.
The Moonshard as well. Tomato near his team, but being forced back now as Mickey has Blink toss ready. He's got Insania as well to toss back to, but is a little bit too far away from enemies right now to make that play. TSM doing a pretty decent job at avoiding these fights. They're going to have Golem in, well, still 40 seconds, but they are guarding, ready to counter-initiate. As in they go on to Tomato, they still get the toss back, and he's actually leashed up as well. ET ulti, Tomato melting, but does manage to just barely escape, getting the waveform away in time. Mickey popping BKB for that. Zai as well, one ulti down. But Tomato lives is a pretty big victory here for TSM.
Yeah, just getting him out. They're just looking to keep buying time. They need Morphling to get, not like he's going to execute up. He needs to get like 3 or 4 big items this game. I think late game Morphling is kind of their only hope. The damage output with the Warlock just isn't really there.
Forcing more than
Warlock.
Ooh, and it will go. Matumba, 2 more stacks of Agi, up to 9. Thank you very much.
I mean, that's the thing. Usually these support kids are like, okay, you know, you scout out a gank, you create some space for your cores, but...
Just swings wide, just barely. That man, he's going to be upset about that. Finnish baseball player, Matumba, and he knows about missing a swing or two. Probably, I mean. He's playing Dota, not Finnish baseball for a living.
Damn, that's...
I mean, come on now. He's killing it this game, though, isn't he? I mean, top net worth here over the Morphling, carrying the team to a 10K net worth lead.
Look, maybe it's a Michael Jordan thing. There's just more money in Dota than baseball.
That's
like
exactly.
He could be a baseball professional if he wanted.
Yeah,
to.
we're gonna see him in the next, Enigma Jam movie where Hoodwink is on the team as well. Yeah, that's what'll happen. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. Brio got deleted.
Yeah.
I think TSM will reconsider their smoke, but I don't know. For the looks of things, they're still maybe itching for a fight here. Insania as well in the area, ready to break some smokes. Stubu, once again, is going to find Matumba. Maybe the other way around.
Found food.
Here's Tomato. Matumba is just going to leap away, though.
Yeah, poor Dubu's just being hunted, and now that Liquid know where they are, they want more.
And Matumba perches off the sun as well. Saberlight gets a 4-step up to the high ground and forces the stampede, but Zai is still here. And that means Saberlight with the sleep is not going to make it out. Not even Moon here.
Very much a fail situation, and they are, even with the stampede, they're still going to lose 2 on the retreat here, and Matu gets another perma Agi stack.
And they're hunting for Tomato. They are not wanting to give this Morphling any more time, any more farm to get these items online. Here he goes. Waveforms into Boxy. We'll push him back. It's mostly Agi, so not too big of a stun. Blink Dagger reveal, though, for Brile. Has shard, so he is shifting here. Rock dropped as Mickey now fighting into 2, but here's Zai immediately in on his own shard here with the attack speed. Does at least force back Tomato. 3v5. Zai actually is kind of dying here. Gets the magic immunity, so he can at least outrun the upheaval. Insania as well, ready to break any counter initiation. As I hear Matumba on the backlines, he's deleted Dubu. I believe that's got to be this fight here for TSM. They're on the full retreat now.
Slark just has so much essence, you can't continue trying to fight into him. They're just going to go embrace the split push here. Tomato, he's being caught by the pound.
Oh, he might just be dead. He is.
He's dead?
He simply dies.
Ooh. That is costly. I mean, it's one of these games where if you're TSM, you're just like, okay, we got to split push, we got to be greedy with our farm. And when you're playing that way, you're going to get picked off here or there, but they really need to minimize these deaths on poor heroes like the Morphling and the Bat Rider.
It's going to be first Roche here. TSM down 5-21 now against Aegis, staring down the barrel. 14K net worth lead. Matumba Man mid lane Slark. Dota Plus claims has given them now a 98% win rate here. This is certainly looking bad for TSM as they need to find some opening, some way back in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't feel like Morphling can enter any fight. He's going to be controlled so easily. Needs a BKB, really, I think, just against all the stuns and
Look at this.
disables.
Matumba, DD rune, lying in wait, the scan. He knows Bryle's here.
Oh.
Bryle, he's going to not get hit there by the first pounce. I don't even think Bryle knows that he's here. Now he will. Catches a whiff of him. Matumba still on the hunt. We'll just farm the wave. Bryle is gone.
Okay.
Whew, that was close.
Yeah, it's one of those, 50-50. If he hits that pounce, he's definitely got a kill, but hopefully it's not the case.
Lane, they'll have one easily. Make a Avatosk very quickly onto Moon, and that is going to be a kill there. And Sania as well, picking up a gem, has Mechanism on the Abba. Wow, Abba 5 build really throwing it back here with the item that did get pretty significant buffs. TSM now facing lots of dispels, lots of save, and now even more regeneration as Dubu. Well, unfortunately, right in front of Boxy, he's going to try and TP away. At least it's he dies.
I feel like it's just this constant whack-a-mole that Liquid's playing right now. Like they just chasing heroes around the map. They'll kill one or two, a couple will TP out, and then they got to go do it somewhere else on the map.
Even worse news for you here. Didn't quite catch it, but there was a lasso that was used onto the Tiny, immediately dispelled here by Insania, hence the tip on Bryle.
Just going to try to get out of the map to get some farm if you're TSM. They're going to be playing for the high ground defense. I mean, high ground defense with telekinesis repositioning, with Batrotter Lasso. But Insania's ready for it. He's got Blink Dagger, so anybody getting pulled in, he's ready to kind of Blink Shield them and keep them alive.
Oh, this Abba is very farmed. I guess 14 assists will do that to a hero.
Yeah. We'll run into some mana problems. This the cast range is nice and all, but sitting on only 530 mana.
It's true.
Doesn't feel the greatest.
And Mech is still fairly expensive to cast these days in terms of its mana use. Used to be a bit more, but 100 mana is a full Aphotic Shield here, essentially, so that's no joke.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, he swapped. Oh, he found a Psychic Headband. There you go.
That's what he wanted.
Well, now he gets extra int with the cast range. A little bit less cast range, but you're fine with that.
Yeah, especially with Blink, right? I think you're more than content. Oh, I think that's Mickey. Moonmeander. Uh-oh. Get out of here, boys. There's a Tiny coming, and that's a big problem.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also Insania's just charging forward. He's going to get the vision.
There he is. Avalanche Tree Toss from Mickey as well online. He's stolen, I think, just for a split second. I think I saw that get used, but of course Mickey's got way too much damage right now.
Will they be able to use this Tiny to push high ground? He's got the Echo Saber, has a Daedalus queued up, but he's kind of their building hitter. I guess Slark with an Aegis sure can. He's got some perma-ag to work with, but it's a very slow high ground siege if you're Team Liquid.
TSM really making them work for it. Liquid, though, applying some clean, restrained, patient Dota, right? Calculated. They got Gem up, they're removing vision, they're just choking and farming the entire map right now and leaving TSM in their base. That being said, Tomato still actually finds the farm for this Ag Scepter. Doesn't have the shard yet, but he's now got up to level 18. So what is this doing here? Target stats stolen. You steal 20% of their total stats.
Yeah.
And you steal, am I reading that right? You steal 70% of their attack speed?
Yes. It's a lot. Sorry, or is it 7? I think it's flat 70. Actually, I have no idea. I assume it's flat 70 attack
Okay,
speed,
yeah, 70%. I mean, we'll take a look at this. I'm eager to see this one now here. We'll see. Tomato looking for a target. Liquid holding the high ground, though. So there's a ward placed down by Dubu. They've got all the ultis ready to go now, and a big item here for Tomato. And it is going to be shown here on the mid wave. No buyback, of course, now for Tomato. No real point at this stage. Here goes smoke breaking. Matumba in the trees. And it's got on it. They have, but he's got too many dispels, so TSM are backing up, and they're aware of the counter initiation coming. Bryle set up in front, at least as Moon's able to break the tether, gets a 4-staff out, but Mickey right on top of him. There's going to be the rock drop, not affecting Matumba whatsoever, but at least they'll hold him down there. Tomato has shifted. No, he hasn't used it quite yet. I don't know if this is dispellable either. Now he's going to turn and fight. He's actually kind of shredding Matumba Man here. Saberlight jumps in. That's only Aegis, though. Only the Aegis. It was up for 15 more seconds as TSM look for rounds 2. Bryle maybe looking for a lasso onto someone here. Using the BKB does at least force Liquid out, but Mickey blinks forward, toss back now. Oh no, the lasso is going, or sorry, the leash is going to hold him in place despite a stampede from Saberlight to try and save the mid laner. That is, what, the 12th kill now in Matumba? Oh, my lord.
It's getting big, but I think this morph does make his game a little bit harder. It is non-dispellable, so he's losing a lot of his damage output when he does get more.
Whoa, big jump forward. They are going to synchronize and jump onto Moon Meander, instantly killing him before he can get off anything. Yeah, look at that. He's got no attack speed, he's got no move speed, he's still jumping onto Dubu all the same though. Good stop from Saberlight. Dubu with a 4-step, Tomato jumping him now as well. He's actually leashed up the Slark, but he got Shard as the depth charge will cover him, and that is a big jump in from Mickey. That's gotta be it here. Fort dead, a dieback on the Rubik, and GG is called. Mickey, slow aside with that final jump in, will punch straight through the Morphling. But it's the Matumba man, Slark, that's taken mid lane that really destroyed this game and cracked it wide open for Liquid.
Yeah, as fun as it was seeing stuff like a core ET to like counter the Morphling. End of the day, this game was just Matu running around completely like almost like a pub stomp style of Slark where he's just